Welcome to the Guys Review, where we review media, products, and experiences.
I'll fucking yell this shit. I don't care. You can't mute me.
I can. Try it.
I think they call that censorship. And you know there's a group in Germany that did a lot of that.
Easy.
Yep.
My name is Steven. I'm one of your four co-hosts. Together we have Chris, Trey, and Tucker. Say hello, fellas.
Hello.
I hope
We're
you get
all in the
herpes.
same room this week.
I know, right? So I made a...
And we're all here.
He can't get them twice.
I think that's even more important. We're all here.
I know. So I made a surprise trip into Auburn this weekend, and we rearranged our schedules a little bit. Sorry, Daniel. And we are going to record an episode together in the same room.
And
First time.
Daniel straight up got fucked this week.
You want to go for it? Or
Tucker
just-
as a child.
Yeah, you know, he just lofted that one up for you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this week we were doing Tucker's Choice, The Wizard, the 1989 dumpster fire of a movie with Fred Savage. But before we get to that, we'll tell a little bit about our weeks, and we'll go from there.
Was it really 89?
Yeah.
Man, Michael Jackson was still black then. Fuck.
All right, Chris, how was your week, bud?
It's been okay, man. I've been fighting with my blood pressure.
Yeah?
So yeah, it's been
Who's
hot.
winning?
Apparently it's winning.
That's
It's doing great.
Okay,
Let's
so
do it
it's helping.
Yeah, it's helping me sleep, yeah.
So wait, did y'all ever figure out if you're going to have to get it removed to get your MRI, or what's going on with that?
No, I'm not going to have to do that. They're going to just do another echo test on my heart to see what's going on with that. I go September, yeah.
I hate when there's something wrong with your heart, they make you wait so long.
Yeah.
They're just hoping he'll die and they'll have to deal with it.
No,
Jesus
so
Christ.
here's my trip part.
Hey, let's
about
get
that.
some life insurance before that happens.
Hold on, here's my trip part about
I'll
that.
chip in and help you out with that.
So I go in there, and my lower number is like in the hundreds, right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
When I'm visiting them,
I don't science. Is that good or bad?
that's
bad.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like in the 70s or below 80.
Yeah, below 80.
Below 80.
Yeah, I think it's 120
20
over
over
80,
80.
or
Yeah.
125 over 80.
So
Then I'm a beacon of fucking health. Suck it, Chris.
I highly doubt that.
No, my actually fine. I'm just fat.
So I'm in there to see the vein doctor about, the veins, in my legs and all that. And it's already like in the hundreds. They're
I
like,
guess it's a good thing you weren't seeing the vein doctor about your tonsils.
Or your dick.
Just go. Keep going. Just ignore him.
so, shit, now you done throw me off. So I'm in there seeing them, and then they're like,
You
they done
can't
took my
ignore
blood
me.
pressure, and they're like, it's in the hundreds. You gotta see the other doctor before you leave.
Hypertension.
So see the first doctor or whatever, and then they come in there like, all right, it's time for you to go. And I was like, wait, I'm supposed to see the other doctor, right? And they're like, no, he's just gonna call you in a couple of days. He's fucking awesome, guys.
Have you
look great?
So wait, are you having to monitor your blood pressure at home now?
Yeah.
Is it lower when you're at home?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like Ashley gets high blood pressure at the doctor's office. She's got white
Oh yeah,
white coat
yeah,
syndrome.
white coat syndrome. Yeah.
Because we'll do it at home. It's like 120 over 80. She goes to the doctor. It'll be like 160 over 95 or something like that. And they're like, oh,
They just put me on like more medication.
I hate that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, instead of like trying to figure out a way to solve it, it's just like, oh, more pills. Here you go.
Yeah, here's more pills. We'll see you in a month. We'll see how that does.
Good luck.
So
You probably still won't see the doctor.
is like blood pressure sort of like fighting a boner? Like you gotta like think about baseball or like your grandma naked.
Actually,
Mugging
what,
dash
though?
you naked on a cold day.
but you're kind of a little bit right about that because stress does lead
Yeah, it
to
does.
higher blood pressure. So
Absolutely does.
you like can help it some by taking deep breaths and stuff.
Yeah, I always
like
do that shit when I'm taking
Square
my blood
breathing.
pressure. So like
I do
you come
too.
back high.
I'll literally I'll sit in the chair, I close my eyes, I lean my head back, and I'm just like,
I know.
Yep.
Yep.
I hit my Zen state. And
Exactly.
Like fuck that.
man, I actually had a little bit of a kind of a panic attack earlier this week.
Again?
Yeah, not real bad, but so new job. We finally got the last person in who is what's called an asset manager, and they help code stuff, do stuff for like behind the scenes billing and whatnot. And we had our whole team is together now, and we had people come in from Nashville, from like our home office, like my boss's people, and had this big training session, all this other stuff, and like at one point it just kind of hit me. It's like, I'm in charge, and these are my people, and this is my team, and it just like it scared the crap out of me. Seriously.
Yeah, it did.
And it's like these people are going to rely on me. Like I'm.
How bad does it suck? Like knowing like when they fuck up, you have to catch it,
Yeah.
or else like it's your fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all falls on you. Yeah.
It does. And it was a real like weird stark realization that like all these people, their livelihoods now in a weird kind of way depend on me.
Oh, that's when you do a maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
No, it's scary, man. But it's like, it's cool. I mean, I got over it and everything, but it was just like, it kind of hit me and I was like, oh shit. Like I had to walk out to the car. I took some Tylenol to like, calm myself down and everything. I could feel like the tightness in my chest. It was, sorry, I kind of stole the,
no, you're
how
fine.
was your week?
You're good.
I actually wasn't even going to share that. It just kind of, because I don't know how it came up, but,
Hey, you got to lay it off on somebody.
yeah, this is my therapy since I don't have a therapist anymore. But yeah,
Right, buddy, how was your week?
yeah.
That was good. Like, passed my insurance exam, like my last one I got to take. So,
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
So I'll get licensed next week, and then
Was that a golf clap?
Yeah,
It
so it was
felt
a golf clap.
No problem.
that's all right. I mean, that's high society
Good,
shit.
good. I don't want to clap out loud on the mic.
That's all right, man. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Like, but yeah, like I passed with like a 71. I had to have a 70.
Nice.
Like, so right above
Yeah.
the bar.
C's get degrees, baby.
That's right.
You know what they call a doctor who got D's, right?
Dumbass.
Doctor.
Because we're all smarter than him. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
So we did that, and then we went out to like Monkey Park,
Yeah.
like over in Opelika.
Yeah.
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 So
So
inside
are they
baseball?
doing their spring swing series? Not
They-
spring
they
swing,
did,
summer
like,
swing series.
Yep,
or-
summer swing.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Did y'all go to that Burgers and Badges today?
Yep. And both of them were so incompetent, like neither one of them were like moving the line. So like I stood in both lines for like 5 minutes each and like didn't fucking advance. So I just said, fuck it, I'm not getting lunch here.
Speaking of burger and badges, man, they that summer swing they have like good burgers down there for cheap. During
Yeah, it
that
was like
thing.
$5 for like a burger, a bag of chips, and like a fucking water. But
Yeah,
literally could not get to the front of the line to order my food. So I just said, fuck it.
That happens.
Yeah.
Tucker, how was your week, bud?
Well,
Tucker.
Jesus, God damn.
Jeez, Chris.
I spent most of my weekend.
Nobody gives a shit.
I spent most of my week in Fort Benning at the Gracie Survival Tactics class that they've been saying they were going to send me to. That was cool.
Why didn't they send you someplace better than Columbus? So like you had to like fight your way in and then like fucking like fight to survive.
Hey, only the strong survive, and if you're going to be a defensive tactics instructor, you got to be able to hold your own.
Hey, were you
fair.
part of that
That
group
takedown?
that had it? Yes, on the interstate. The guy on the interstate. Those
The shooting.
The one that got
Oh, no,
popped
I was
in
not,
the
I was in
foot.
that
was-
damn
yeah,
class.
he was in Columbus.
I was in that class.
He was there all week.
Yeah,
they were heading that way.
He was getting taken down
Something
by
for
G-
you, Tucker.
He was getting taken down by G-Bells.
but one of the Gracies was actually one of the instructors, so that was really cool. So
Instructor
I got
for
to,
what?
For the Gracie Survival Tactics class.
Which
What
one
is
did
that?
they send? Because like
Hearing.
okay.
Up in Columbus.
They sent
were you
a
learning?
legit Gracie. Basically, how to teach jiu-jitsu for cops.
Jiu-jitsu.
But that's not the most exciting thing that happened to me this week. That was cool, and getting to roll with a Gracie was like a bucket list item.
How quickly did he choke you out?
We rolled for about 3 minutes, and he could have choked me at any time he wanted to during that, but he only choked me out twice. But it
He only
was,
choked you out twice.
Did you come both times?
I didn't reload that fast.
Okay.
It's just the once. But no, the most exciting thing that happened to me happened last night. We went to have hibachi.
Hibachi.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was because I got the same thing that everybody else got.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else had hibachi. Everybody else had a combination of steak, chicken, or seafood.
Yep. Abby, you
Which
and
is
Abby
what
both.
they offer it.
Yeah, Abby and you
Right.
both had the same.
But I'm just saying, like I
the
didn't.
only thing that you got that no one else would have gotten would have been
Oh,
that,
I got the sushi.
particular
I got-
particular steak or that sushi.
I did get sushi.
Ashley got sushi.
Well, okay then.
Yeah,
But-
it's different fish.
Yeah.
Lead poisoning.
So anyway, we're getting ready to leave the hibachi place, and it hits me. My stomach is saying, "Fuck you." This
Please
is a
tell me
bad
you
idea.
like left a fucking trail on the way to the bathroom.
No. So I go in there, I blow that
A
toilet
snail
up.
trail.
I do the walk of shame out of there. It was bad, dude.
Some poor bastard like pushing like a
I know,
mop
right?
and fucking bucket.
Some
So-
guy, he's standing over a hot. Oh, what? We're sitting there last night cooking and or watching the guy cook, and he's like, "Man, I think being hibachi stuff would be kind of cool." I was like, "Dude, it's like being a gynecologist. Like you have to stand there and smell it, but you can't eat it."
Yeah, but I'd be the only like white, gray-haired hibachi chef in the U.S.
You come out all
They
racist.
saw
like-
some guy in California.
yeah, he'd
affirmative
probably-
action.
He'd
That's
come
fair.
out like racist as shit, like having his eyes taped back. Welcome hibachi. I cook you now.
Home.
Chicken, or in China we call it cat.
I've made it about halfway home, and I realize I'm gonna have to shit again. So I swing into a gas station, and it's a code brown situation. Like I'm not even paying attention. I go in the bathroom, slam the stall door shut, drop trowel, go at it. I look over, and there's no fucking toilet paper. Right? So I am legitimately reaching into my back pocket to pull my pocket knife out so I can cut my boxers off so I can use that.
Instead of your socks?
Shit, you should just did the walkover
Yes.
holder.
This had urinals in there, so I'd been walking.
You shit in a urinal?
I don't care. That would have been great. Take a shit in the urinal. You should have done that.
So I'm looking around.
I've seen that.
Could you
That's a horrible
imagine?
thing to stumble
Could you
upon.
imagine, like, having to come in there and clean up? Dude, somebody else took a shit in the
So
urinal.
I look.
Who took a shit in here?
I look behind me, and on the wall,
Sometimes there's shit on the outside of the toilet.
Paper.
They call this shit
paper
poop.
toilet seat covers.
Oh yeah.
50 of them.
Yeah. No, because it's got the little flap that goes in the water, so when you flush it, it'll just suck it all down.
Yeah.
He's right
Really?
about that.
Yeah.
I never fucking knew. I was ripping mine off. Said somebody else can figure this out.
Oh God. Yeah, when you tear
Hey, you live, you learn, man. I was today years old when I found that shit out.
It's that little flap part down. It just goes right down into
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah.
You really didn't know that. That's awesome.
There's no fucking instructions I'm going to sit there and read when I'm going to take a shit.
He's right about that. So I made it home, and my stomach has been fucking with me all goddamn day. So hibachi's the last thing I ate. So that's what I'm blaming it on.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God.
And those things are like thinner than a sheet of paper too. So you have to fold it up. It's like a one and done thing. You swipe once, trash it, grab another one.
Or you can flip it over, use the other side.
Oh. Was there anything solid in there, or was it just straight like coffee?
This was second round. Like he burnt the solid material.
Yeah.
He just painted a fucking Jackson Pollock in that fucking toilet.
A fecal Jackson
It
Pollock.
was like a hurricane, mostly wind and water.
Oh, when Trey gets
I've never heard that one.
oh, that's perfect. All right, moving on. Fan mail. I know you missed that. All righty, so we got a piece of fan mail from Marcus, of course.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right, so Marcus writes, "I'm back, bitch."
Just one. Just
one.
Not like all of you.
Not all of us, just the one bitch.
Steven's reading it, so-
it's for Tucker, actually. So he was just on his. Actually, I talked to him yesterday when I was driving down here, and he's about to go back to work. He's been on his mandatory 3-week vacation.
That's got to be great. Give him some time to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a new place, new furniture, all that stuff. So
Hey, do you think like they use like a fucking like 1950s like radio flyer wagon like just to fucking pull his shit behind him like really sadly?
No,
Like,
because radio flyer wagons are expensive. So
not from the 1950s. It's
yeah,
probably
they are.
not in Europe, man. Like after the war, we just left shit.
he's not wrong? He said that he was going to get a couch from a friend of his, and he checked it out. He's like, it was all old and moldy, so he had to buy a new couch. But it's a pull-out couch, and I told him that's something that me and the couch don't have in common. Okay. Anyways.
Did he go to IKEA?
I didn't even
They
ask.
call it IKEA or just the furniture store?
He's Swedish, right?
Yeah, they just call it home.
I gotta go to the store.
I gotta go to the store. It's just all IKEA. All right, here we go. Would you rather be the ugliest person in the world, Tucker, or smell the worst?
I'm gonna go with ugly because you can always close your eyes.
It's fair. Yeah, you can find a blind girl
There you go.
or guy.
Unless you're like Quasimodo, that's like all deformed to the hump.
Well, here's the problem though. Like post COVID, like a lot of people lost sense of smell.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true too.
You could be passable.
I'm still gonna go with ugly.
I'm thinking.
I mean,
I lean.
you kind of are already, so
Could you cover up the smell some?
I don't. It just.
I would
it
assume
just-
so, but you could wear a fucking mask. COVID,
It also depends on where the smells come from. Like, are we talking like armpit smell, or are we talking like butt stank,
like all of it, man. Like
breath.
whatever the worst smell
like
is.
halitosis?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna. Here's the thing, like, because yeah, ugly people can look away from you, but like smell, man, you can't fucking mask that shit unless like you got some Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yep. All right.
It's not wrong.
What the fuck? Okay, always have butterfingers and drop everything, or
Shit, I do that already.
get pierced once a week.
What is getting pierced?
Doesn't say, but I'm going to go ahead and say nipples.
Here's the thing. I don't
So
want.
you can get- so
I don't
you
want any,
He's already had that.
I'm assuming it's going to be something new. Like,
So
'cause,
you
like,
could get your
still have
eyebrow
holes.
pierced and then immediately pull the piercing out and it heals up in like a day.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you have to
I don't think he
do
means
again.
it that way. I think he
I've still
means
got
like
a
you'll
hole
have
for
to
my
get
eyebrow
something
piercing.
else pierced.
I mean-
what was it, Butterfinger? Man, I already got that.
Yeah, I'll
problem.
take Butterfingers.
Yeah,
man.
I think I would too.
Like, drop the baby.
Whoopsie. At least you don't have to worry about college now.
Ever hear the
Right on the soft spots.
the Stephen Lynch song Special Ed?
Yes.
Yes. Man, Huck is just like running around like headbutting shit, dude. Like,
Is he really?
Dude, he's got like this fucking nice dent across his forehead. Like, he looks like an abused child. Like, when we took him out like today, everybody's like looking at him with like pity. Be like, oh.
Oh, that poor child.
He'll be ready for football.
I told you about that story when Abby got a black eye, right?
Oh.
When she was a
Oh,
baby,
maybe.
she was learning to walk, and she got a black eye. She fell into a table or something like that, and I took her to the store, and I kept getting like people would kind of do one of these, like they would
Just
like
looking at you
side eye
odd,
me,
yeah.
yeah, and they'd like look at her, look at me, look at her, and I'm sitting there going like, "You really think I punched a baby? Like, do I look like the guy that would punch a baby?"
Yeah, y'all are in the same weight class.
Trade
So-
doesn't look like he'd punch a baby, but he's done it.
That's fair. So I took a picture of her. It's on my. It's still I think on my Facebook, and there's a picture of Abby. She's like this because it was a flash because I wanted to get the bruise, and I was like, you know, this is what happens when you talk back to dad. #punch a baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
Dude, my mother-in-law.
I would love for you to post that on Facebook today.
My
See how
mother-in-law
long
was
it
so
stays up.
pissed. She's like, "What if they call CPS on you?" I'm like, "They're going to come and find out that I don't actually punch babies.
Hey man, I had an
I'm actually
idea
a good
today.
dad.
Speaking of,
If they don't
posting
get
on
humor and
Facebook,
satire, that is on them."
if somebody does like programming and stuff, right? Somebody needs to come back out with AOL Messenger.
They still have it.
No. Well, do they really?
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah, the
still
kids
get-
just don't use it. So,
Yeah.
like, you're really just talking to cops.
that or Chris Hansen.
I want like the one like the box and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And has group chat and
Dude,
all
I'm pretty
that.
sure they still got Yahoo Messenger, too.
Yeah.
Do they really?
When I was
They
at
had what was it? Not MSM. Microsoft Instant Messenger, whatever it was.
yeah,
I think that was one of them too.
dude. When I
will
was
unashamedly say, like, I've met someone off of there, like, way back when.
oh yeah, I did too.
What AOL?
Oh, it was Yahoo Messenger. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
I met several
yeah.
girls that way.
But I mean,
They were all actual women.
do they really have AOL Messenger still?
Yeah.
There? Holy shit!
I'm pretty sure they do. Like, I don't know if it's like MySpace and like your shit didn't fucking delete over time, but like,
No, I don't want my old shit. I need no, we don't want to go on that.
I know when I was
We
at,
want the new-
when I was at Fruit of the Loom, that's how they encouraged you to use that to communicate with other employees.
AOL.
I mean, that's,
AOL Instant Messenger.
well, that's fair. Like the office.
I just want the one with the running man on it too. You know?
Yeah. Hello, you've got mail.
Yes, exactly. When you open up your phone, it does like when you open up the thing, like every time it'll just like have that little.
I just remember, you know, you had
It'd
to
be
set
great.
you had to set your away message. It had to be something cool and fun, and you know.
What if you could set like that old like dial up to like your ringtone?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
kinda
different. Like people would have flashbacks.
All right. Would you rather be smacked in the
fucking annoying.
face with a rotten fish every time you leave your house, or be farted on every time you eat? Now, the question is like, who's farting on me? Because like, is it like one of Abby's little baby farts, or is it like Trey, like you know,
Trey when he's just eating a gallon of ice cream.
yeah,
farts.
like one of his sharts? Because I have a feeling you shart a lot.
Surprisingly, I don't. It's a lot. It's way more than it should be for an adult man.
Well, in the mornings when I go to the kitchen to like make breakfast and all, usually I fart one good time in there.
Oh, yeah.
Before I make the breakfast. So,
Yeah.
or while I'm making
I
breakfast.
just see you like farting, like your little dust just shoots up through the box.
Here's a little flavor for you, honey.
I'll take the fish. Fuck
Yeah, I
it.
think I'd have to go with the fish too. Because the fart would probably.
It's just gonna depend on who's around you. So like,
I mean, is it
a dicey
old?
game.
Yeah, this is hard. I mean, because if it's like an old fish, you know what I mean. Then you have the smell of that all over your face.
Yeah, but you
for
can
the
wash
rest
your
of the day.
face off.
yeah,
You can wash your face.
you got hand sanitizer in the car right now. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I do too.
Probably.
I
probably do.
guarantee you do. Like it may not be yours, but it's in there.
It's that 20.
Tucker,
now one's in.
rotten fish or farted on every time you eat.
Some of that. It's just once.
I guess
Yeah,
guess
but
you
wanna-
lose weight.
Yeah, but you don't want to catch like one like whiff of like raw sewage. Like, does it fucking? I mean,
yes,
like,
it really
you
does.
You can get fucking pink eye.
That being said, Abby can rip.
I was
some,
going
like,
to say sometimes
man-sized
those baby
She-
farts,
she
if they've been
can.
eating those green beans or whatever, it can
She
be.
can, but typically they're not,
No.
rancid adult farts.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
but like an adult fart, like with the number of times I fart in a day, like only like part of them like are awful.
Man, when you've been outside in the yard and you get one of those like work farts. Oh, those are the
Like
worst.
when you already got swamp ass,
Yes.
and has to filter through that. Yeah.
Oh man, those are
I
rough.
guess, but being smacked with it in the face. With
I hate it for like our 6 listeners, dude. Like this is like an awful episode.
I guess I'm gonna go with a fish.
All right.
I don't know, it sucks. All right, hey, we're already running at 20 minutes.
Okay.
So let's.
Well, I'm going. Okay, wake up
Wow.
every morning hungover and nude in front of your family, or have dung in your shoes.
I'll take the first one.
Absolutely.
Hungover and nude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I'm with Trey on that.
Lick your own dirty underwear or lick your own dirty sock.
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 Yeah, I would think
Sock.
sock.
Yeah.
Okay, and last one: eat a chunk of hair for breakfast or drink a glass of sweat for lunch. Oh,
Hair.
fuck.
Hair.
Hair all day.
That makes me physically ill. Thank you, Marcus. Fuck you. Jesus. All right, if you want to send us an email and we can read it poorly, obviously, send it to theguysreviewpod@gmail.com, or you can make fun of us in real time on our DM group at @the_guysreview. Like the tweet at the top of the page, I'll add you to the group. Cool. Thanks. Great. Moving on, The Wizard. You ready for this, Tucker? Here's a little
Let's do
note
it.
that Marcus gave me that here in Sweden, Marcus did the research for me, by the way. This movie was called Game Boy. So he said, it took me a while to find all the info on this movie, so if something is missing, I'm sorry, which was very nice of him.
Thank you, Marcus.
Directed by Tom Holland, written by David Chisholm.
Todd Holland.
Oh, it says
You
Tom.
said it's Todd.
Oh, okay,
Tommy. Whatever.
whatever. Starring Fred Savage, Luke Edwards, Jenny Lewis, Vince Tranchina, Wendy Phillips, Christian Slater. Released on December 15th, 1989 on a budget of $6 million, which is $14.3 million today. Opening weekend in Canada, or U.S. and Canada, is $2.1 million, which is only $5.1 million in 2022. Gross worldwide, $14.3 million, which is $34.1 million today.
Sadly, it made its money back.
It unfortunately did.
It was a moderate success.
Was it though?
That's pretty moderate.
I'm
like Tucker, like
more
3
than
inches.
more than doubled his money, so that's a moderate success.
Just like Tucker.
all right. IMDb has it at a 6.0 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is 27%. Metacritic is 23%. Google users.
84.
Ooh, that's
One.
a good.
Tuck.
Price is right, bitch.
45.
76. So
Oh,
technically you get it. Here art thine awards, my Lord Tucker of the Wanker, second Earl of Wessex, Lord of the Furries, heir of Lord Baldy, the one-eyed snake wrangler, protector of Freedom Unit, step sibling with the funny feelings downstairs, entertainer of uncles, jailer of the innocent.
Marcus has gotten better. Hey, I just realized today's Saturday. Like, I still got another fucking day after this.
You what now?
First of all, I'm not a
It's
jailer.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got another day after this.
Okay. What do you mean?
Like, we normally do it on Sunday.
Yeah,
so
we
he's like,
usually-
man, I
yeah,
gotta fucking
yeah.
go to work tomorrow. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
it's nice.
I got another fucking day.
Yeah.
I know, right? All right. Young Artist Awards in 1990.
Why are you rushing this? Like, we don't got anything to do tomorrow. I know you got to work, but like, fuck it. Blue collar shit.
Young Artist Awards. Nominee for the Young Artist Award, Best Family Motion Picture Comedy, Best Young Actress starring a motion. I don't know if she won any of these though.
Nah, probably not.
Jenny Lewis, Fred Savage, and Luke Edwards were all nominated for Best Young Actor and Actresses in a supporting role, stuff like that. So
Did she have to film a porno after this to support herself?
I don't know. I actually hadn't searched to see if I could find any nudie pictures of her yet. So something to do
But
later.
he's
on.
going to.
Oh yeah, full.
Spell Jenny.
Jenny Lewis Lewis.
Okay. Well, I didn't know like if she had like a poor spelling of Jenny, like Jinny.
No.
Yeah.
So she was in what other movie was she in?
Oh
Who?
Jesus Christ, she's on drugs there.
Yeah, she's in a band now. She's like does a lot of soundtrack work and stuff like that.
You talking about the girl?
The girl.
Yeah, she must be hanging out with Lisa Loeb.
I don't know. I don't know what she was.
She was in something else in the 80s. I looked it up because I thought she looked like the girl from the Goonies to me. Even though she's too young to have been the girl from the Goonies, obviously.
One of the bands is called Nice as Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Yeah, you're
No,
absolutely
she's-
right.
yeah.
There's no way.
But she looks like the girl from the Goonies. All right.
I don't
She
know.
looks like the fucking Shrek looking motherfucker from the Goonies.
Sloth.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys!
Baby Ruth.
That's so good.
Jesus Christ.
Slot chunk.
Okay, USA.
All right, Tucker, you got the synopsis
Love
over
that
there?
movie.
So this is your movie?
I do. All right, so I wrote the synopsis myself with,
No, bullshit.
with the help of Wikipedia.
Okay.
I did edit the page, so technically I did write the synopsis. So that's my story.
You put the in there.
It's still an edit. I still get writer credits, okay? All right. Jimmy Woods suffers from PTSD after his twin sister Jennifer drowned 2 years earlier. Prone to randomly wandering away from home, he perpetually carries around a lunchbox while frequently repeating the word California. Jennifer's death caused Jimmy's family to split, and he lives with his mother Christine and stepfather Mr. Bateman, while his older half-brothers Nick and Corey live with their father Sam. Exasperated by Jimmy's behavior, Christine and Mr. Bateman decide to commit Jimmy to an institution. Unwilling to allow it, Corey sneaks Jimmy out, and they start traveling on foot for Los Angeles.
Where the fuck is the Michael Jackson part?
Nick and Sam resolve to bring the boys back while competing with Mr. Putnam, a greedy bounty hunter hired by Mr. Bateman and Christine to find Jimmy.
So if they got a maid, would they call him Master Bateman?
No, they would call him Master Bateman, unless they got a consigliere.
Consigliere?
Yeah.
A wartime consigliere, like Tom Holland.
Or a sommelier.
Sommelier? Yeah.
Sommelier would call him Master Bateman.
So, like, can we get down to the meat and potatoes of this?
Sure, go for
Like,
it.
that Jimmy kid got put away for chronic masturbation. And I get it. Like, it feels good. But, like, sometimes if you rub it too much, it gets raw.
He got put away.
That's
He
fact.
got put in a home because his dad didn't know how to deal with him, or stepdad didn't know how to deal with him,
Didn't want to deal with
or
him.
dad. There's
Well,
your
I still
dad.
watch The Wiz, so I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yes, I can believe Michael Jackson got put away for chronic masturbation.
Yeah, that's probably very apt. So I read something that said also, like, they never determine or discuss what's actually wrong with Jimmy, but it's pretty obvious he's somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah, it's some kind of autism.
Yeah. But I read they didn't want to do that because Rain Man had come out like the year before,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to draw too many comparisons, which is,
Even though this movie is
A
like a
complete
kid's
rip-off.
version of Rain Man.
it kind of is a kid's version of Rain Man.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things Daniel texted me because he gave me his review and said this movie is a childhood Rain Man.
That's
which
fair.
It is.
Can't disagree.
Yeah.
Tucker's a child.
That was actually in my notes too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cast was pretty good. I know you don't like Christian Slater, but he does a pretty good job of being a little punk ass.
He's like he's like a low rent. He's like a Wish.com version of oh fuck, I can't think of his name now. God damn comment. He played the Joker in the first Batman movie.
Heath Ledger.
No,
Jack
no,
Wait,
Nicholson?
oh, Jack?
Jack Nicholson. Thank you.
That's fair. I can see
With
them
the
doing- I can see
eyebrows,
them
and
doing
he's
like a
always talking
younger-
like this.
Well, yeah.
You know what though? He's
Wish
not.
Dr.
That was
He's
all of his
Jack Nicholson.
characters, though. You know?
Every
he's
single
not, but
fucking
that's just how
character
he
is-
talks. He's not
He's
a bad actor.
Smarmy fucking
He's not-
smug.
he's not
Smarmy,
a
that's
bad
a
actor.
$6 word.
You like that?
Did y'all see the movie
Smart shit.
Broken Arrow with him and John Travolta?
Yes.
He's not a terrible actor.
He's not a terrible actor. Did
And
you ever
then
see
you-
the movie
and-
Cuffs with Christian
He's a
Slater?
terrible
Because that
person.
one's pretty rough.
Hard Rain,
Nope.
No.
3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Hard dicks in the butt. it's his most
6.
recent one.
6.
I always think of Heathers.
And then
I mean, 1 through 5 was
yes.
good, but Hard Dicks in the Butt 6.
salutations.
and then Christian Slater had his
And then
epic,
Chris-
his epic masterpiece,
Mobsters?
skateboard flick, Galemi the Cube.
Oh, what about Mobsters?
Mobsters, I
know.
like Mobsters.
Him with like Patrick Dempsey is like a
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that movie actually.
I think
like,
I haven't seen
yeah.
that.
There's nobody tough in that. Richard Grieco's in that.
Yeah, they all play like one's Bugsy Malone, the other one's like
Yeah,
I can't remember all their
Bugsy
names.
Siegel and like Lucky Luciano.
So can we talk about how they hopped in the back of a Hostess van and rode off into the
This
sunset?
whole
Oh, that
thing-
seems like a bad idea for
Yeah.
kids.
Right? I was just thinking if Trey had done that, he'd be even bigger than he is now.
And if Tucker did, he would have gotten touched.
Again. This thing, I mean, it is just jam packed. It's like before product placements became a thing. This looks like where it started.
Yeah.
Between
this may-
Hostess and Nintendo,
This may be in your
and
notes,
Universal
but-
Picture.
I'm pretty sure there's a Pepsi in there somewhere.
probably.
This may be in your notes, but this movie was basically a 90-minute commercial for
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Mario's 3.
Oh, it happened.
Or, well, for Nintendo.
Hang on, we didn't talk about when we
general.
first saw this either.
Oh,
sorry.
shit, we didn't.
Because this is very important to me. Like, let me go ahead and lead off.
Go ahead.
I saw this movie about 1992.
Okay.
And I was a young man. Like, you know, I had my fucking Nintendo. I was like, fuck yeah. Then I watched it again in about 1996. I was about 6th grade. And I promised myself I would never watch this shitty ass movie again. I said to myself at this point in time, this is a 5-beer movie. I didn't even fucking know at the time what it meant, but I said that to myself.
You had a premonition.
I did.
For some reason, someday I'm going to tell someone that this movie, like, I need 5 beers to drink this to get through this movie.
So you said that the
Chris,
movie.
when's the first time you saw it?
I saw it in probably 1990. Like 1989, 1990, when my dad had it in the video store.
There you go.
But this movie was, now you said it was released to hold people over because there was a delay in Super Mario Bros. 3 and in Zelda 2.
Oh, I didn't know the Zelda 2
Yeah,
thing.
it was both. It was a delay in that.
It also was the release of the Power Glove.
Fuck yeah, dude, because I remember being little want one of those fucking
Yeah.
things.
It-
and I never would have fucking used it.
So
No, it's terrible.
Not only did they-
I had
You had
one.
one?
I had one.
not only did they release this to hold over for that, they also released Captain N, the cartoon series.
Mm-hmm.
At the-
I
at
do
the-
remember.
That was a good fucking
That was a
thing.
good show.
so they
That was
released
a good
that
cartoon.
also
Yeah.
to hold people over.
Yeah,
for it.
I'll give you that. That was a good cartoon. Here's my
And
thing.
I say that, I think it only lasted like one season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It really didn't last long.
It was like 10
And,
episodes.
and to be honest, I remember one episode that my parents fucking recorded.
But you can watch them on
Looked like
YouTube.
Nice.
I got some free time tonight.
Because I sat down.
Are y'all not coming to
Yeah.
dinner afterwards?
You better talk to my boss.
Well, that's why I sent the text out earlier for you
So
to talk
I
to
was
your boss.
I was door dashing. I don't know.
The Zelda episodes were on Super Mario Bros.
First time
right?
you saw it.
I never watched that shit.
I don't think
that's for the people that love like the Hobbits.
I don't think I saw it as a kid. I don't remember ever watching this movie. So probably when I watched it today, truthfully.
Probably a good choice because it's a 5-beer movie, not worth watching a second time.
I watched as a kid, and I loved this movie. I wanted to go play in a video game tournament like that. I fucking loved it.
I mean,
great.
even at
You know,
11,
there used to be
hold on,
like-
wait. I gotta say this. Even at age 11, when I watched this, I thought it was a dumpster fire. Then it was the same deal. I was like, "This is garbage."
Well, I saw it. I was probably 6 when I saw it because I probably saw it in 1990. So
This
to me, it
isn't
was
this
cool.
isn't going to be my triple Lindy, but it's very close. This whole movie, the premise of them hopping in the back of the hostess truck, just kills it for me because I mean, the guy would have gone, "What the fuck are you doing? Get out!" And they would have never left. It would have never happened. None of this movie would have taken.
He would
place.
have already made the delivery. That's
well,
how,
and
that's how
people
they
saw
got
them
in there.
hopping into the back.
Unless
of
that guy's on the
later on, they
list.
say that.
But here's the thing. He made one delivery, and then when they stop at the gas station, they hop out and they got all the chocolate over his face. He's going in to make another delivery. That means he had to go in the back, get more chocolate stuff to take into the next place.
Or
where
he
hopped
goes,
out.
or he goes in there to drop the invoices off first. Then he goes to get the order so that the store clerk can check it off, and then they.
He
hop
already
out
had.
before.
He had a pallet.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Or I was going to say he may, because it's before, like, you could get the data in. So he may have been going inside just to see exactly what is sold out.
But he's already got stuff in his hands.
But see, the thing is, he probably could have switched it for like the stale inventory, and like nobody would have fucking known because I bet like back then they didn't fucking print like the used by dates.
Expiration dates.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and this has got to be one of the last movies where you're showing hitchhiking as a mode of transportation, like legitimately
For kids, yes.
for
Absolutely.
children.
Because it's highly frowned upon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hitchhiking in general is frowned upon now.
Yeah,
Did y'all see that story about the people that got killed, or the guy that got killed in Alabama here this past week?
Are you talking about the shooting that we were talking about
No,
earlier?
like there was a kid like he was like 21, like he was studying like mental health crises or whatever the fuck, and he was going through like Talladega National Forest with his girlfriend, and like this woman flags him down, and like sure enough, like they go to help her start her car, fucking held at gunpoint, walk him into the woods, fucking shootout with like the woman. He shoots her, she shoots him, he dies. They arrest woman and another woman. For like,
Jesus.
It's like some what's her face? She lived in Florida.
Yeah, I know
What's her-
Chubb.
Yeah,
I just
Wuornos.
watched that.
Eileen Wuornos.
Eileen Wuornos.
Yeah.
I still like some Eileen Wuornos shit.
I was bad.
What was it? I mean,
I
what
just
was the
watched
motivation?
Catch a Killer.
rob
That
'em?
was on there.
That's it. So why did she shoot him?
Like this woman was living with another woman and like a 10-year-old
witnesses.
boy, like in the fucking woods in tents.
Oh
Like,
my god.
yeah,
That's
so-
fucking terrible. And the thing is, I'm the type of person that would stop and try to help someone.
don't do that shit. Not anymore.
Not in like backwoods
Well-
Talladega.
Well, here's the thing: you probably wouldn't have stopped to help this woman.
Would or would not have.
Probably would not have when you saw like what she looked like.
Yeah, it's fair.
Fell off a meth mountain.
Let's just say our friends from across the pond that Stephen goes on a pilgrimage to.
Okay,
like,
enough
would
said.
not- would not
Enough
have
said.
kept him.
Enough said. Let's just stop. Okay, so moving on. At a bus station, Jimmy and Corey meet Haley Brooks, a teenager on her way home to Reno. When they discover that Jimmy is innately talented at playing video games, Haley informs Corey of Video Armageddon, a gaming tournament being held at Universal Studios Hollywood, with a grand prize of $50,000.
There's also a 90-minute movie for Universal Studios.
Yeah. Corey sees the tournament as an opportunity to avert Jimmy's institutionalization by showcasing his talent, and Haley agrees to take Jimmy there in return for a share of the winnings. The trio hitchhike across country using Jimmy's skills to win bets on games. They eventually meet the popular and snobbish Lucas Barton, who demonstrates his ability to play Rad Racer with a power glove and informs Haley he will also be competing. Corey and Haley learn that Jimmy's lunchbox contains photos and mementos of Jennifer.
So
He's badass.
I
Keep your power glove off my girl.
dude, this writing is so fucking terrible. This is literally the moment when this is the moment when I wrote you that this is a bad 80s movie acting like another bad 80s movie. I love the power glove. It's bad. What the fuck?
It was not bad. It was bad. You're
No,
right.
I wouldn't have stopped.
Okay,
It was terrible.
So you had a power glove. I never had one of those, but I had a friend that had one.
Yeah.
I got to use it one time. That thing was
Useless. It was completely fucking useless.
The concept behind it was badass.
Yeah, it was a great idea. It
But
sounds
the
cool.
execution was just
Terrible.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, you
That
can't
was
rub
it.
one out with that thing, even with the extra grip. Like, it's just going to scratch.
Yeah, it's not a power glove as much as it's like a, wiener killer glove.
Wiener shredder.
Yeah.
And there were only like 2 games that you could use it with, and I don't think Rad Racer was one of them.
Punch Out.
Punch Out was
You
one.
can use Punch Out.
Yeah, Punch Out.
I never
and,
played that.
Top Gun. I thought you
You
could use it
never
with
played
Top Gun.
Punch Out?
Never played Mike
Top
Tyson
Gun. You
Punch
couldn't
Out.
use it with Top Gun.
I thought you could. You could use it with Top Gun.
I think you could.
Yeah.
I think you could.
Could you?
Because
Yeah.
you could fly side to side.
Oh, okay.
Never played that one
You
either.
could. I don't remember
That was a
Rad
hard-ass
Racer
game.
being a game that you could use it on.
I remember a racing game. I don't remember if it
But
was Rad Racer.
also,
I liked a sight bike a little bit more than Rad Racer.
Another thing too,
Until you
is
overheated.
that glove was not that responsive. You see him doing the things,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
making these little minute corrections. That thing did not have
No.
that kind of sensitivity.
No, that right there is when I sent you that text, and I just, oh god, the writing of this movie is, and I like Fred Savage, man. I love the Wonder Years growing up. I've got a lot of nostalgia with that.
You know who doesn't like Fred Savage?
Everyone else at
All
the
those
new-
women that worked on set with him lately.
in the new Wonder Years, but well, I mean, Winnie Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I
Danica
wrong?
McKellar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She was okay.
She's still hot now.
she is still hot.
She
She's
was no
smart.
Topanga, man. Like, she had little tits and brown hair. Like,
Topanga was,
I was more. No, I'm definitely more of a Winnie
Wendy.
Cooper guy.
yeah, I'm with him. Topanga was,
And Danica, whatever her name
McKellar,
is,
yeah.
she's really smart too.
yeah, she has a PhD in microbiology.
No. So you're thinking
Molecular
of
physics.
No. She's got one.
It's
in,
not bio. Like, she also has like
Yeah,
a fucking
neuroscience.
PhD. Neuroscience. Okay.
hers is math. It's like she's like a PhD, like a mathematician.
I thought it was like astrophysics or some shit. Like, it was.
I don't think so.
Isn't that the girl from? That's Blossom, right?
Blossom.
That's
Yeah.
Blossom that has
Yeah.
the. That's
You
that's
mean
the-
like the co-host of Jeopardy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the Big Bang Theory.
all right. So these kids
Was.
make it from, what was it, Utah
Yeah.
to California in 9 days by hitchhiking.
Why? Okay.
I think you could do it.
I understand that it's a different time. So the girl is
Yes.
supposed to be 12,
I'm going 11, 12.
My apologies, sir.
mathematician.
Yeah, her PhD was in mathematical theorem.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
Actually, I'd say 9, 10, or 10, 11, 12.
And I get that the 80s were a different time, and like you let your kids go do a lot more things at a
They
young
had-
age. I used to go out.
They had cocaine parties. I mean,
Yeah, I
it was
used to-
a thing.
I was literally just about to ask, how much cocaine do you have to do to bang 3 kids? Because like it's supposed to give you
However much
soft cock.
however much that the bounty hunter was snorting, because he was trying to
Jesus.
bang all of them. But no, you could not pay me to send my 11-year-old just home on a bus because I'm out.
Just to go inside, just hey, get home, let yourself
Yeah,
in.
good luck, have fun,
Make a
see ya.
snack.
You
Deuces.
couldn't now.
Like school
You're
bus
right.
or like Greyhound bus.
Well, that's
Greyhound
just
bus.
The
Greyhound
same
bus.
shit.
But
That's what she was. That's what she was doing.
I haven't watched it since like 1996. for
You're
real,
right.
for
You're
real.
right. Right
Did you
now.
really not watch it?
You didn't watch it today?
I watched The Wiz, dude. Get on down.
I agree.
Get on
Right
down
now,
the
you
road.
wouldn't want to, or you couldn't do it so
here's
much
the
now.
thing,
But
this-
back then was a different time.
I know, but
It
even back
was.
then, though.
But the actual violent crime rates, kidnappings, murders, stuff like that. The
Oh, there's a bus driver to watch him.
the
They don't give a fuck.
especially like kidnappings and shit. That has gone down in the past 30 years. So you're more.
Wait, kidnappings have gone down?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You would be more likely to get kidnapped in the
I think it's
late.
just that they can find you more with the internet now.
You'd be more likely to get kidnapped in the late 80s, early 90s than you would now.
The thing here's
people
what
but people think it's worse now.
Ashley and I always argue about this. We currently live in the safest time period there's ever been in the history.
But due to
of the
social
world.
media,
But the thing is now, back then you didn't hear about stuff like if a kid got kidnapped in Oregon, we never hear about it in Alabama. I mean, John Walsh.
the only time you really heard about it was Adam.
Adam Walsh.
Adam Walsh.
Adam Walsh. Like that was one of the biggest ones. But
And that
it
was Florida, right?
Yeah, but
Man,
that
that's
was
ballsy to go after like a TV show host's kid like that.
That's also big with the cops.
I was also kidding. Like he wasn't famous at the time.
Oh, was he not?
No, he wasn't doing that show. He did it after something.
Oh, after I knew that. I just didn't know if he was. I didn't know if he was famous before then.
Well,
It's a good question.
Like how did he convince them to do this TV show?
hey, you know what though? The whole Adam Walsh thing. That's what got a lot of our sex offender laws now.
Yeah, but
You got-
that's the
you
thing.
got Adam's law and Megan's law, and that's
So all these things make us safer, but
Started
then you get CNN, you get Fox News, you get these 24-hour news cycles. They just have to pump information out, and then you get social media where everyone's like, if a kid goes missing in Idaho, they blast it on social media and it just gets retweeted and everything. And then
you've also got Amber Alerts now, which that didn't start until what 10, 15 years ago, maybe.
I know, because all you get is that fucking annoying,
Real
fucking
loud,
alert, like on your phone and your TV, man. Like
Sometimes
fuck that.
those, I don't know, man. I'm not going to get into that.
I bet you if we were to go through like FBI data, it would show that it's less violent crimes, less kidnappings and everything like that. It's still happening, but it's just not as much as it was in '89.
What was it? It was while Clinton was in office. It was one of our highest years for it.
Murder?
No. For the kidnapping and all that. God, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember because I looked this up one day because I was looking up
Amber
about.
Alert system's been around for 20 years.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I guess just being able to push it out to cell phones then maybe. Sorry.
Anyways, I was looking it up because like it's not. The numbers are kind of obscured
Yeah.
that we have. So it's.
You could probably find. I mean, you'd have to go on the FBI website, but you can. I mean, they publish those numbers.
Yeah, they do. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Are you
Went on
talking
to the
about the
websites.
FBI crime statistics that anybody can go find?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not trying to hide it. I mean, why'd you look like that? Like, we're not trying to hide it. I'm just saying, like, you look it up and you start breaking it down, and it's a lot of those are just kids that ran away.
Yeah, possibly.
And it's
I remember
a lot of them.
those were
they
big
are. That's what
commercials
they
like
are.
in the 80s and 90s.
What?
Like,
But
then they
literally
get-
like runaway
You're
commercials.
saying Amber Alerts are kids that run away?
No. We're talking about just the
Like kidnapping,
child missing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference in a missing person and a kidnapping.
Yeah.
Those are work two.
Some of
completely
these, though,
separate
I mean,
ways.
like, I don't know, man.
Well, you don't know one's the other until it's too late, right? Like back in the 80s for sure.
Well, yeah, but even now,
Like little Timmy goes missing, you don't fucking know. Like he got grabbed and
even now, if we get calls sometimes of, my 4-year-old wandered out the back door and now
Yeah.
I can't find him.
So mine was started.
That's one of those where you're not
runaway.
going into it as a kidnapping. It's just kids lost. Let's saturate the area, start knocking on doors, check wooded areas, bodies of water. Especially if it's somebody that has autism.
Yeah.
Always check bodies of water first.
Have y'all seen that new show? Sorry, Sandman on Netflix.
No, not yet.
about Sandler.
No.
But
You
then-
probably like
They
it.
call him Sandler.
But then we get, every once in a while,
won't.
you will get a legit kidnapping. Like
Yeah.
I had one of those a couple of years ago,
I guess that's what I'm trying to say is also
and
that.
we actually got the suspect within.
How many
a
times y'all
mile.
get those calls and
That's
it's just
lucky.
like the
got
dad
an
hasn't
officer
brought
right
the
on top
kid
of
back to
it.
the mom,
Yeah.
And then sometimes,
Wasn't it one of those things-
and then sometimes it is those custody battles where mom's not going to let dad see the kid, or vice versa. So the other parent, just comes and get it, and then it's like, I'm sorry, it's not a kidnapping
Right.
because unless you have something showing that parental rights are terminated, they have just as much of a right to have that kid as you do. The fact that you're pissed off about it and upset about it, I get it.
Yeah.
but
What
you
about
haven't
like a
broken
court
the
order
law.
thing where they don't turn the kid over though? Because
So
I mean,
that's-
like
but
sometimes
okay, so
it's in
that's
like
a-
a divorce decree.
It
like,
is.
to
That
do
is,
with
and
custody.
then you're talking about a violation of a court order.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different.
You have to go through. Don't you have to go back through the court and all for that?
I would have. Isn't this
You
most?
can do a warrant for that.
I would imagine this is kind of like murder, though. Usually, isn't it somebody that is connected to the child
A lot of times, yeah.
most of the time?
Looking at you, John Benet Ramsey's father.
I know, right?
No, it's that creepy ass brother, dude.
Yeah, the brother is
That's
pretty
fair.
fucking guilty.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think.
All right.
I think.
I don't
brother
know,
did
man.
something.
No, I don't know, man. How she got, how she got killed was kind of. I
You
don't know.
gotta-
I don't know if I could see the brother.
You
doing
need to listen
that.
to the Time Suck episode on John Benet Ramsey.
You do. All right.
He paints a pretty good picture.
So moving on here.
Hold on. The point is, though, I would never put my daughter on a bus like this. Like that's just poor parenting. Like especially if you're a truck driver. Like why are you?
What about an airplane? Like, do you trust the airlines? Because like I was reading a story the other day.
I would
about,
trust
like,
an airline over a Greyhound bus.
See, you wouldn't, but the thing is you don't know how shitty her dad is.
It's fair. And I actually flew when I was like
He's a trucker.
Well, but
about this age. I was like 11 years old. I flew from Atlanta to California to visit family by myself.
There was a news story about like a 12-year-old that got stranded in like an airport in New York City. It was going between like Boston and somewhere, and like literally like got transferred, and like the fucking airline just fucking forgot her and fucking left her, and she got stranded in the airport until somebody went and picked her up.
So I looked at this. I looked at this past summer. We were thinking about sending Abby down to visit. Or my mom, they go and visit family in California, and so we were thinking about sending Abby out there for like a week. And at first she didn't want to go. I was like, "Wow, that'd be awesome." And then I found out it's because she thought she had to fly by herself. It's like, no, the airport. If you send a minor like that, they will have a person that literally is with them the whole time. Like,
Yeah, but like a stewardess though, like
Well,
not
yeah.
somebody sitting in like the seat next to him.
no. Not someone in the seat next to them, but it's
I think
a
one of
stewardess.
those, well, just out of curiosity, what if one of those air marshals on the plane? They would probably put
No.
the child close to them, or no?
Uh-uh, 'cause you don't
Because
know
they got
who-
No, you don't know who it is.
You got to
Yeah.
leave them on the
Yeah.
car. Yeah.
And air marshals fly first class.
Did
Do
it
they
really?
really?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They fly business.
I mean, if I were gonna have to,
That's interesting because you would think like the terrorists like totally fucking paying for the cheap seat. You're like, no need to
Yeah,
pay extra.
exactly. See, I was seeing the thing, the same thing. Like all the bad shit's going to happen in the back, not in the front.
Especially like on Frontier and Spirit, like that's where like the poorest of the poor sit.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
By the
okay.
bathrooms.
I wouldn't want to be an air marshal.
I just don't.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I don't like how they met, and then she's just gonna like hitch up with these two guys. You know, it's like seems kind of rapey.
Yeah, it seems like a teen pregnancy waiting
Wait.
to happen.
Which way?
They're
She
kids.
She
They're
got
kids.
with
it's
them.
Not like they're all 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. They're fucking 11.
Which way are you going rapey here? Because
Yeah.
like she chases after them,
That's
and
very-
she comes after them.
That's a little
They're
molester.
not even wanting anything to do with her. And then she's like, "I'll go rat on you if you don't."
Yeah, that's fair.
And then they saw her as an easy mark to get money for their trip.
Yeah.
All right,
It's the mountain holding a mug. Look at how little that thing is.
Jesus Christ.
what is this now?
The mountain from Game of Thrones,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
biggest.
Yeah.
Like world's strongest man guy. All right, so let's move
Oh, yeah,
on.
keep going.
Look at that, man! Like you'd physically dominate that.
Let's see.
Like I'd split that in half if I was him. Like
There is
no
a
way.
there's a cartoon
The
that
tree.
I've seen, and I'll find it and show it to you.
The trio arrive in Reno, gaining more money with the help from Haley's trucker friend Spanky, whom Haley coaches to success at casino's craps tables. Jimmy then begins training on arcade machines with the help from the Nintendo Power Line. The children escape from Putnam to Haley's trailer, where she reveals she wants her share of the prize money to help her father buy a proper house. Putnam finds Haley's trailer and captures Jimmy, but Haley summons several truckers who barricade Putnam on the road and whoop his ass and rescue Jimmy.
That's interesting. I would have thought that the autistic kid would have helped win the money in the casino.
He's a video game savant, not a blackjack savant.
I'm pretty sure if that movie taught us anything, it's that autistic people can count really, really good.
He touched my breast.
That is
So-
that was a really fucked up scene too.
So you said,
What? Oh,
so you're at the part where the
she
trucks, the
started
four
crying
trucks
rape?
come right and block off his car, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know that's a prop that was used in another movie? One of the trucks was.
Yep.
Yeah, I was using RoboCop.
Nope.
No,
What was it used in?
Over the Top.
Son of a
They
bitch.
didn't even try to hide it. It still says Hawk hauling on it. Still,
How do you
Really?
How do you have the fucking guts to say over the top and not spin your hat around backwards
going over the
fucking
top.
mimic the movie?
Going over the top.
Gotta put your fingers.
We should do that
It's all
movie
about
at
the
some
grip.
point. We should do that movie at some point.
Yeah, Robert Lasagna's in that.
Roadhouse.
All right,
yeah.
so This is the part in the movie where you see them call the Nintendo power line for the first time. I know you guys like playing video games. Did anybody ever call that number for help?
How much did it cost them to call that number?
I remember it was like 99 cents a minute because I used to read the.
You could have done the same and jacked off. Could have called and paid 99 cents a minute.
So
at 7.
So obviously she's good at craps.
You tell me you didn't take that fucking vibrate remote controller and put it on your manhood at some point in your life.
Are you talking about the Nintendo 64?
Fuck yeah, that Rumble Pack, man.
Hell yeah, GoldenEye, baby.
The wrestling game was better. Yeah.
Really?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Because it'd give you like a good 30-second burst.
No, but if you had the cheat codes or unlocked unlimited ammo where you never had to reload,
it's fair.
You just pull the trigger and go.
So she was really good at craps, right?
She was really good at craps.
Why didn't she just like get with Spanky and go to another place and just make the money that way?
Because they'd gotten $400, and this is
so
in
you
the
can
80s.
flip that.
So I looked at the $400 in 1989 would be almost right at $1,000 now.
Shit,
so,
see, I don't see. Okay, so that's
a lot of money.
It is, man. But they're spending this money.
It's not gonna buy her a decent house though.
No, but
or a better parent.
25,000 would be a down payment at least.
So
I don't know. Back in the 80s, that may
Here's
depending
the thing.
on where you're at, that could probably buy you a whole house.
There's two things that I don't like that happen
Detroit.
here. Number one, that whole scene where the dad drives his car into the other guy's car.
Bo Bridges?
Yeah. Like, okay, first of all, that's assault with a deadly weapon.
Right.
Second of all, why would you fuck your own car up like that? Like, I don't understand.
Insurance, baby.
It just seems dumb.
Heat of passion. We'll call that heat of passion.
Because he wants to fuck his daughter?
Huh?
It's not his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, Bo Bridges is just an alcoholic trying to fuck a little girl? Okay.
No,
it sounds like real life.
He's pissed at the guy because the guy popped his tires.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
He's wanting payback.
And then,
but you're hitting in front of your car on the back of his car. You know it's not going to be a good outcome for
accelerating
your
into
car.
him backing into you like that. Why would you do it in the front?
It's not going to work out good for either one of you.
If Demolition Derby taught us anything, it's like you always got to go backwards into somebody.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure he had the hitch on the back, right? He would have went back if he would have went in with the back of his car. He would have done some
that radiator.
damage.
Yeah,
but you can't aim as well.
What do you mean you can't aim as well?
You
You go
can't aim
dead
as
center.
well.
You know it's in the center of your freaking car.
Yeah, but when you're backing up at high speeds, you're not as. Try backing up.
To be fair, I've backed into a tree before.
Don't doubt it.
The other thing I didn't like was
I fucked my truck up.
that whole scene where the truckers stop him and beat the shit out of him. That guy is so, fucking whiny and shitty. Like he would have called the cops and got those dudes charged.
How
with
is he
assault.
going to call the cops?
Yeah, they don't have
Go to
cell
a
phones.
payphone. Go to a payphone.
Okay, I just got my ass beat by 4 truckers. Can you describe them? Yeah, they were big
And drove trucks.
and drove trucks.
Just saying.
At least he knew one of them had Hall calling on it.
Because he's sitting there going, I want all your driver's license numbers. Oh, gee, let me give you my driver's license number before I beat the living shit out of you, so you have a way to ID me.
Just it's not plausible.
I disagree. I think it is. It's
What's not plausible?
It's more plausible back then than it is now because trucks and stuff have GPS on them, so they could say exactly where that truck was.
What's not
when it
plausible?
happened.
That they would have stopped this guy and beat the shit out of him.
Why is that not plausible?
Why is that not? Yeah.
Because they would have gotten arrested for assault.
Anybody?
By who? There's nobody out there.
He would have called the cops.
The most
From where?
righteous people on earth are truck drivers. They've never paid for blowjobs or done drugs ever in the history of trucking.
Here's what I'm trying to get at. You're sitting there saying that. Like, do you see a payphone anywhere around him?
I go find a payphone.
Yeah, they're in the
though.
middle of a fucking valley.
And do you think he's going to have time to run into that payphone, get his change out, and put it in there and start calling up?
He seems petty enough to be able to.
He's got
I feel like he can dial 911 without putting money in.
I think
He can. But
Okay,
he's still got to drive 20 miles to a damn payphone, and by then those trucks are going to be.
That car would be smashed
Gone.
up into pieces. They would just sandwich it right there. Even if he tried to leave, they would just got back in and went right to him. He had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. Nobody could see
I'm not saying he
anything.
didn't deserve it. I'm not saying he didn't.
I'm just
deserve
saying nobody would have seen anything. They had it blocked off. They could have murdered his ass right there. Nobody would have seen it.
Hey, you just had nowhere to go, nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. We need to do the Warriors.
it. Warriors.
Come out and play.
Okay, continue.
That's a good fucking movie.
Sorry, I was just
It is
looking at
a
the
good
guy
movie.
that played.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
Oh man,
So the guy that played Putnam
I
was Will
saw that in
Seltzer.
like
Did you
7th
know-
grade, like on like TNT at like 2 a.m. one night. Should not have fucking been up watching that movie at that time. It's fucking life changing.
Sounds like you're
Yeah, here's
back
the
in-
Roomba.
Sounds like your payphone.
Will Seltzer, the guy that played Putnam. I just read this about him. Did you know that he was George Lucas' second choice for Luke Skywalker?
Really?
That's what I just read.
Interesting.
Mark
Did we want
Hamill-
George Lucas to look like, or did we? So they, blah, Luke Skywalker almost looked like a child molester. Good
Mark
to know.
Hamill got it first, beat him to it, but.
Interesting. All right.
All right, so after Spanky drives the children to the tournament, Jimmy enters and becomes a finalist after playing Ninja Gaiden. In between rounds, Putnam unsuccessfully reattempts to apprehend the children. Jimmy, Lucas, and a third finalist compete in the tournament's final round. They have 10 minutes to score as many points as possible in Super Mario Bros. 3, a brand new game not yet released in the U.S. Cheered on by his family, Haley, and even Putnam, Jimmy wins at the last second, becoming the tournament champion and earning the cash prize. As the entire family heads home accompanied by Haley, Jimmy suddenly becomes restless upon spotting the Cabazon dinosaurs, causing them to stop the car. They follow him inside, and Corey finds Jimmy looking at his photos of the family, one of which was taken at the tourist trap. They realize that Jimmy only sought closure where Jennifer was happy. Jimmy leaves his lunchbox at the site, and Christine decides to give Jimmy back to Sam, and they go off happily riding off into the sunset. End movie.
The
Finally.
dinosaurs
From Pee Wee's.
from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Yep.
Same dinosaurs.
Yep. They're in a music video as well, I believe.
Probably.
Let's find out.
But okay, so here's my thing, right?
Man, this,
So
could
how
this,
is
could
Fred
this movie
Savage-
be
if it-
more formulaic?
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Like, so Fred Savage is telling them, use the warp zone. And it's like, this game has never been released.
How the fuck would you know there's a warp zone there?
That's fair.
He's got the magic flute. The game's only been debuted
How does
for
he
30
know
seconds.
what the flute does? Yeah.
It's true.
Right.
That's valid. It's a valid point.
Yeah, I caught that.
Did they
too.
have a score thing up there to know if you matched to get the star, it was going to get you more points?
I don't know. I don't know why I kept
You
going.
get what I'm
Go for
saying?
the star. Like, why do you need this? Did the star give you more points?
Yeah, it did.
Look,
it
it
gave
was-
them more points, but how did you know that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
For a
like
movie
all
that-
those
for a
things.
game that no one's
How
ever
did you
played.
know
Yeah.
that the matching of the faces were going to get, matching of the
Get you the 2
one-ups
extra
and stuff like
lives,
that? Yeah.
Did anybody ever? I know y'all probably played Super Mario
Oh, yeah.
3. I watched a YouTube video a while back where
So much better than 2. 2 was a
2 is
Two was a
dumpster
dumpster fire.
2 is dumpster
Well,
fire.
two was actually a different game, and then they just
They slapped Mario in there to make it sell better.
Yeah.
Or do what they thought was going to make it sell better.
Yeah.
But
still.
I watched a
dumpster fire.
YouTube video where a guy played Super Mario Bros. 3 and beat the game in like 6 minutes by getting
warp zones?
the flutes and the warps. I mean,
Yeah.
it was some
Did a speed run on it,
and
yeah.
it may have been longer than 6 minutes, but it was like a ridiculously short period
Yeah.
of time. So
There was a guy that just played. I don't know if it was all the Halo games or at least Halo 2. They have skulls in that game. They call it a lasso run. It's legendary, which is the hardest difficulty. Then all skulls on lasso, legendary all skulls on, and he beat the game without dying once.
holy shit!
Incredible.
How long did it take him?
Years.
Okay, so that wasn't a
I
speed
don't.
run.
No, it's not a speed run. I think it took him about like I think it's like 3 hours or something like that.
Hmm.
So
Okay, so what is
So-
the probability that 3 kids being chased by a guy at Universal Studios? What is the probability that that man doesn't get jumped and get his ass beat when kids are running, screaming away from him,
it's fair.
obviously scared of this guy?
Yeah. I mean, where's security?
But here's the thing: if you've ever been to Universal Studios, which I have not,
I have.
I can only assume that there's a shit ton of kids running away from an angry father. that,
yeah, there's angry dad, and then there's this guy.
Yeah, there's Angry Dad, and then Steve
I don't trust. I
absolutely
don't,
right.
I don't trust
Obviously-
anyone in a bolo.
Obviously, this dad didn't work on his
And this
whistling
motherfucker
skill.
had handcuffs in the small of his back. Did y'all notice
Yeah, I
that?
saw that. What do you mean
case
the
he finds
whistling
a
skills?
prostitute.
You ain't never heard that? Like the dad whistle?
Oh,
Your dad
well,
never
yeah.
did that? Every
Oh,
kid,
yeah.
like you'd be at Six Flags or something, and they hear that dad whistle, and it's like every kid's like, is that your dad?
I've told you, I've got Ashley and Abby
Just naturally,
trained.
you know they're not there. You're like, what's up?
I've got Ashley and Abby trained to a whistle.
Yeah.
We'll be in a store and I go,
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Every dad, this is a dad whistle, yeah.
and I can watch Abby and I'll
No,
and she'll start doing this.
no, that's probably fair because it probably looks like prairie dogs with like little bitty legs, that sort of like walking to it.
like meerkats popping up out of the hole.
So,
It's 100% it.
so that
It really is though. It works. I mean, I could be in Walmart, Target, whatever. I need to find them, and they'll just pop up like looking around for me. Ashley gets mad at me, and sometimes she'll get mad. And she's like, "Don't whistle at me. I'm not a dog." I'm like, "Stop responding." Like
Okay,
if it works, like I'm not going to not do it.
So I'm gonna throw out this little nugget.
Okay, go ahead.
So in the movie, whenever Lucas, right, comes out and he's like calling for the guy to come over, right? And he calls for the guy to come over, right? And you see 3 other kids or 4 other kids with him.
Tobey Maguire,
Bingo. Tobey Maguire
Yeah.
appears in it.
uncredited.
Yep.
First movie role.
First movie appearance.
First movie appearance.
Well done, sir.
Nice job. I'll give you credit for that.
That's pretty good. Hey, he used to hang out with Leonardo DiCaprio
Yep.
and some other famous people. Do you know what they called that group in Hollywood?
Not the Brat Pack.
Mm-mm.
Don't know.
Wolfpack. That's what they called themselves.
The 3 best friends that anyone could have.
But the thing is, think about it. Like Tobey Maguire, like Leonardo DiCaprio, and like other like probably attractive young males, like
Yeah.
just going through like running through giving herpes to all of Hollywood.
So
Who was it? River Phoenix.
Oh yeah, he died.
Yeah, I know that. But was it Christian Slater he was friends with?
no, it wasn't Christian Slater. It was
It's the guy that's Saved by the Bell guy, Mark Gosling, right?
What? No.
no, River Phoenix
sure?
was friends with Johnny Depp. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because they did the movie together.
Yeah.
That's what the
I read something though. I think Christian Slater.
Phoenix or Arizona or something like
I think
that.
Christian Slater was
Huh.
friends with.
One of his closest friends was Keanu Reeves.
Really, River Phoenix.
That's what it
Because I just googled River Phoenix best friend. and
It was
says Keanu Reeves
it was
one of his closest
it
friends.
was the movie like Arizona or Phoenix or something like that. That they did. It was like the last movie that they did together.
Huh.
And
I thought Indiana Jones was one of the last movies he did.
no, the last movie they did together.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
What,
shit.
River
The
Phoenix
guy
was
that
in it?
played Spanky. The
Well,
black
River
guy.
Phoenix was supposed to
He
be
was in
playing.
He was like young Indiana Jones, wasn't he?
They were supposed to do a
Yes,
whole
he was.
entire like movies off of that, where it was a
believe
young,
Young Indy,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones. Yeah,
With
It was-
River Phoenix.
Yeah, with River Phoenix. It was supposed to be playing a young Indiana Jones, and they're supposed to do like a whole set of movies with that.
They did the show, the Young Indiana Jones show.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, it was about the same time they were doing Briscoe County Jr. Do you remember that one with
No.
Oh my God,
Oh, he was also in National Lampoon's Vacation.
River Phoenix?
No.
Oh, the black guy.
guy.
Huh.
Frank McRae.
Apparently, Johnny Depp might have given the speedball to River Phoenix that killed him.
Oof,
That's according to Quora. I am not alleging that.
oof, that'd be rough.
So let me ask you a question. So this movie was originally supposed to be 2.5 hours long.
Yes.
I know,
Originally.
right?
Have you all watched the
Extended
deleted
cut?
The extended-
all the deleted scenes? Yeah.
No.
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't. I don't know if
No,
they
I
got
don't want
extended
to.
cut of the movie.
They
but
do. They've got an extended cut.
So
Yeah, it came out
yeah,
with the Blu-ray, I think.
Yeah.
So it's literally like the whole.
Did you watch them all? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 30 something minutes of it is really just the whole entire beginning. So the part where the dad, mentions up about how, you took my truck out last night and got drunk, da da da. That whole thing, like, there's a whole entire scene of that, like where
Oh, him taking the truck out?
out
I
and
think
getting
if
drunk.
I think if there's one thing we can take away from this movie, because we didn't talk about Christian Slater and Bo Bridges a whole lot in this, but if there's one takeaway we have from this movie, it's that video games bring families together.
Yeah. But the part where
I can't decide if Christian Slater's character is supposed to be like trying to be like a good guy or if he's just always an asshole.
I mean, I think he's supposed to be a good guy. He's on his brother's side in this, and his brother's on the right.
on the extended one, on the deleted scenes, he's kind of an asshole. So
He's kind of an asshole
yeah.
all through the whole movie.
I mean,
that's generally his character, more often than not.
there's a moment where
Because Christian Slater is kind of an asshole.
one of the scenes he's running
Probably the
down.
nicest guy you ever fucking met.
Never met him, so I don't
Probably
know.
is.
I just don't like his face.
He's a hell of a skateboarder, and Gleaming the Cube is a
Fuck
masterpiece.
that movie.
That's my next pick, just because of your shit. That's my next fucking pick.
God, I hate Christian Slater. His face just annoys me. His voice annoys me.
You gotta watch the deleted scenes though, because it does actually add more to the movie. Because there's certain
Steven,
things.
go ahead and keep watching the shitty fucking movie.
I know, right? Like,
Well,
I want to watch
There's
more
some
of
things
this movie.
that don't make sense. Like when he goes
This
into
whole fucking movie doesn't make sense.
when he goes into the
This whole fucking movie is great.
when he goes into the bus
For what it
station.
is.
and
It's
he
great
puts-
for what it is.
He puts Jimmy on the machine.
a
to
shitty
play.
movie.
I disagree.
Sorry.
But anyway,
It's okay. It's okay. When he puts him on the arcade machine to play,
Yeah.
beforehand in the town, like he was playing the arcade and Jimmy comes in there and so he gets him play and he's already like just dominating it. So he takes him back to his house where he has a Nintendo and they show how Nintendo gets broken and all that, because they talked about it's broken. But he takes him back to his house and he doesn't want to play. So it's that moment where he like doesn't know if Jimmy wants to play or not. That's the
Right.
reason why he's like, here, play. You know.
Why was he
'Cause he's
making him
like-
play in his underwear though? That was the question.
All right.
Top
Guys,
five trivia.
Top 5 trivia.
Top five trivia, and then we'll do our what's it called? The triple indie, and then ratings and reviews.
Rating and reviews.
Top five trivia. Number one, during the final video Armageddon scene, the last game used was Super Mario Bros. 3 was meant to be revealed at the movie revealed in the movie before it was released to the NES. The first time we got to see the game was when the film was first released in theaters.
Unless you were overseas.
It was released in
It was
Japan
released
a year earlier.
True. The transition in some of
Gotcha.
this film's foreign language titles include Joystick Heroes in Germany, Sweet Road in Japan, The Wizard of Video Games Italy and Brazil, Video Kid in France, The Little Wizard in Spain, Game Boy in Sweden, Game Over in Finland, and The Child Genius in Canada and the French language.
Yeah.
Number three, the truck that Spanky Frank McRae borrows from Old Pete in the movie is the same truck driven by Sylvester Stallone's Lincoln Hawk character from the movie Over the Top. You can see the Hawk hauling on the door as Spanky climbs out of the cab during the rescue of Jimmy from runaway recovery expert Putnam. Number four, man, we've already covered all this. Sorry.
Yeah.
A young Tobey Maguire can be seen as one of Lucas's friends. And number five, the sound made by Lucas's power glove as he punches the keys in are the 5 classic tones from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Didn't know that one.
Didn't know that one.
Didn't know that one.
I did recognize that because I've seen that movie a couple times.
All right, moving on. Triple Indy.
The Triple Lindy. Triple Lindy.
Is that hard?
It's impossible.
I'm glad I came up with this idea because I like that little soundbite.
Yeah.
All right,
soundbite.
Triple Indy. Chris, you want to go?
Come back to me because I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Trey? Okay, Tucker. What's your Triple Indy?
The kids knowing the fucking secrets to Super Mario Brothers 3 when it's a brand new game. That's fucking simple.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, that's fair. Trey, you got one?
I can't believe Michael Jackson was around all these kids and nobody got fucked.
Not that we know of, at least.
That's right.
My Triple Indy is a fucking power glove. Fuck that thing. It's not real. It does not work like that.
That's a personal experience, and you're incorporating
Fuck
it into
that
this
thing.
review.
I don't give a shit. That thing sucks.
yeah.
That completely destroyed this movie. Like that whole scene with that kid. I love the power glove. It's bad.
Well, that-
and
that
using the
whole
glove
kid
just
was a-
I just lost it. I literally stopped the movie, got up and walked around for 15 minutes because I was so fucking sick of
That
it.
kid is everything you believe Christian Slater to be in real life.
Probably is too. Fucking low rent. Fucking whatever his face is.
I'm going to go with the Universal
Jack
tour.
Nicholson. The Universal tour.
Yeah, where they're like going over all the carts and all that, and they got the guy chasing, like, the thing never stops.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fair.
Sit down and have fun, damn it!
yeah, like, I mean, why did it never stop?
Well,
Like,
you know, the other thing is, now I've never been to Universal in Hollywood, but I did the Kong ride at the Universal in Florida, and it's not like that thing drives in from off the street into a ride like that. But in the actual ride, it's on
a rail.
yeah, it's on a
Yeah.
rail, so it's not like that.
But still, they would have an automatic cutoff.
Yeah,
Well, but I mean, yeah, that. I don't
it's
know.
not like they would walk all these people, jump off, and then just take off, and no one would like be like, "Hey,
You know
get
about
back
the
in the thing."
secret thing too. You know, he's in that. He's already at the machine, right? Like Jimmy. You know, like whenever they open up the gate and then he's there already.
Oh yeah,
Like, I don't know. If I'm like a host, I'm sitting here thinking like, has he already gotten into this game and seen what you get? What I'm saying? Like, I think you'd have to automatically dismiss him.
He only had 15 minutes. I don't think you would. I don't know. Hey,
Well, you don't know. You don't know how long he's been because you remember. They did
only-
take the
they only
break.
had
They took the
15
15-minute
minutes.
break. Yeah, that's long enough.
to learn a brand new game.
Yes, to learn the first couple of levels. Yes.
okay,
So I'm going to show you guys this because we're talking about Universal Studios and everything. Did y'all ever go to Nickelodeon Studios?
fuck yeah.
No.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, I know. It's sad.
That's depressing as fuck,
know.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go. It's really cool, actually. We did a tour, and
That's Nickelodeon Studios?
yeah. And so,
Now-
like, they had this huge open area, and you could see the
that
set.
was what it looked like, and that's what it is now. It's office buildings.
Yeah, I never went, so.
You could see
My
the
mom
set
didn't
for like
love me.
Clarissa explains it all and everything, and then they also actually the slime tastes pretty good. What you
Melissa
tell-
Joan Hart, one bangable young lady. Not so much older. She's not aging well.
Sorry to hear that.
She's born in 80, right?
She's like our
Probably.
age. Yeah. All right, ratings and reviews. Mr. Chris, you want to start? I'll start. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
This movie is just
It's trash.
garbage.
It's hot, steaming garbage.
Melissa Joan Hart's 46.
So
Really?
she's 2 years older than me. It's just, I mean, man, it's just garbage. Like, I mean, I can't really. The acting's bad in it.
I mean, you're wrong
It's
for
not-
that, but it's your review.
The acting's bad in it. It's not that great of a story. It is a rip off of Rain Man. It's just a kid's version of it. A lot of it it doesn't hold up to today. Like I could not sit down with my daughter and be like, oh, watch this movie. She'd get bored of it in a couple
Yeah.
minutes and be done
Oh, yeah.
with this movie. I mean, I can honestly 4.5. That's the best I can do.
Wow.
That's
okay,
the best I can do.
4.5. 4.5.
It's a 5-beer movie. I knew this in 1996. I will not change my opinion.
You're going with 12-year-old Trey's opinion on this movie?
I mean, like, he was a solid kid. Like, he fucking knew bad movies when he saw them.
Mama, this movie, I need 5 beers to get through it. The only redeeming quality of this movie
There is no redeeming quality.
is, is A, that it ended, and B, that there was never a sequel, and C, I like Fred Savage, so
I don't know if you could do a sequel to this movie.
no, you
I
really
don't
couldn't.
think you could.
No, you couldn't. Fuck the Power Glove, 4.5 beers.
Yeah.
Jesus, y'all are fucking harsh. Do we want to give Daniels, because he did text me, and
We're
Sure.
being kind. We
do
gave
do
it
wanna
4.5.
Do we want to include that in the score?
No.
Or okay.
We'll just do our 4.
So Daniel said that this is a kid's ripoff of Rain Man, and it's a 3-beer movie.
Wow, he gave. Wow.
That's nice of him. Maybe he's got some nostalgic attachment to it or something.
I think that's the overall
So-
thing with people that like this.
Yeah, I think the only way you
It's a
can like
cult- It's
this...
a cult classic. It has achieved cult classic status. Anyway, so
No.
yes.
No, it's
Yes.
like a cult's latrine, maybe.
Yeah.
So
It's like a bunch of people took a shit on it.
So here's
there's
my
no
thing.
cult classic.
This movie has aged poorly.
Yeah, to say the least.
It has. However, this movie brings back fond memories for me. I remember really enjoying this movie as a kid.
Did you know how to paint chips as a kid?
It's not completely terrible, if
Yeah.
however implausible it may be. It's better than Double Dragon by far.
I don't know about that.
But
How many beers
I don't
have
know
you
about
drank
by
today?
far.
It's a 3.5 beer movie. It's not great. It's
Jeez.
little. It's worse than average, but it's not terrible.
Except
I mean,
it is.
it's one that I would
is
watch.
fucking terrible.
It's one that
You'll
I would
watch it again?
Yes, I would watch it again.
Oh my god! I'm never watching this movie ever again. If this movie just happened to come on my TV screen, I would just turn it off. I would burn the TV screen.
I'd watch The View before I watch this.
Jesus.
What is it? I'm gonna go watch Over the Top.
Damn it.
I'd rather watch Over the Top.
That
than
makes more sense.
That,
All right, what you got? Can you
Well,
math?
yeah, if we add everything up, it's 17.5. We divide it by 4, it comes out to a 4.375 rating.
that's pretty good.
That,
for
that is about the worst
is-
thing we've ever fucking
No,
reviewed.
Double Dragon is still worse.
Is it really?
By how much? It's close.
It's got to be real
This
close.
thing's running neck and neck with it, honestly.
No, Double Dragon was, I think it was 5 beers all around except for me.
Yeah.
Because I gave it a 4.5 because of one
the fire,
explosion scene.
the fire, yeah.
So
Which I still challenge. I still would like for you to review that.
The guys review our own reviews.
We didn't do. Oh yeah, we did.
I still
Damn,
stand.
I'm getting old.
I still stand by that.
All right. Well, so next week I guess is my turn. So, and I have not even put in any thought as to what we'll do next week. I will let you guys know. So, try to let you know sooner rather than later. I'm trying to decide, as usual, am I going to do? I kind of want to do another album. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and
You just want to steal downloads.
I don't care. Yeah, I do want to steal downloads.
That's exactly what it is.
More or less. You better make it
I don't
count.
know. Weezer was a good episode.
Yeah, I thought Weezer was a good episode. It's one of our highest downloaded
Weezer
episodes.
was fun.
Yeah. So, something different. I don't know. Maybe I'll make y'all watch some more Cosmic Horror. We'll see. You gonna be here next week, Trey?
Fucking yeah. more Cosmic
Define
Horror.
here.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll probably be zooming next week. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, before then, if you want to find us on the web, you can do so at theguysreview.simplecast.com. You can email us anything, and I'll read it poorly at theguysreviewpod@gmail.com. Instagram at theguysreviewpod. Twitter at @the_guysreview. And remember to like the tweet at the top of the page. You can join our DM group. Facebook.com/theguysreview. Please subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcast from. Anyone got anything they want to add? Good. Until next week, this has been another episode of The Guys Review California.